Job's done.
Hello fellow nerds and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be going over how I have been able to get from 90 to 100 in just about an hour, and all of my friends in game, you all know me very well. I've been able to get tunes to 100 extremely fast, and this is going to be a video on, well, how I've been able to do it in just about an hour. I have been able to get it done under an hour. I've also been able to get it done just over an hour. It also depends on lots of variables. And the tune that I did it on today, he only has 280% flying. 310% is preferred, but I wanted to do my tune with 280% flying just because it gives a really good average on, what the average player might be able to get out of this. So let's go ahead and get into the discussion. Okay, first off, I would like to apologize to the Horde side because I don't exactly have Horde tunes really available to start leveling at this point, nor do I really have the motivation because of the little amount of time that we have until Legion, so forgive me for that. And the first thing that I'm going to mention that you make sure that you do not do, and one thing that I will also mention in the video a little bit later, is do not use Elixir of the Rapid Mind through the beginning zone. Only start using Elixir of the Rapid Mind after you get your garrison set. And the reasoning behind this is because leveling through Draenor, as soon as you get to a certain level in a certain zone, the experience starts getting scaled to you. So if you get to level 94 while you're still getting treasures in Talador or Frostfire Ridge, the experience gained through doing that is not going to be worth it. Okay, now to go into the things that you need to have to do this method that I'm going to show you today. And you can write this down if you'd like, but I'm just going to go ahead and say at the very beginning that you need to have 5 things. And the very first thing that you need to have is a little add-on called Handy Notes, and also Handy Notes Draenor. And what this add-on does, if you don't know already, this add-on will show you where all the treasures are in the world. And it'll also show you on your little map, and it'll show you on your actual map when you have it pulled up. But one thing that I have noticed throughout my leveling process is when I get inside of my garrison, the little treasures inside of the garrison, they'll show on my actual map, but on my mini-map they will not show, so just keep that in mind. That happens for me on Alliance side and also Horde side. The next thing that you need is 4 Elixirs of the Rapid Mind. If you do not know what these are already, they increase your experience gained by 300% for 15 minutes. And forgive me if I'm saying elixirs wrong. I just prefer to say it that way because it's easier for me to say. The next thing that you need to have done before you get this going, at least in each zone, is make sure that you have your bags cleaned out because, well, when you're going around collecting treasures in Draenor, you're going to get your bags full pretty fast, and if you're trying to empty out your bags while you're trying to pick up other treasures while you have an Elixir of the Rapid Mind going, that's precious seconds off of your time, and that takes away from the experience you can get. The next thing that you need to make sure that you do is bind your mount. Like, you can specify whatever mount you'd like, or you can just use your favorite mount button. But you need to bind this thing to a button you can actually press rather than clicking on it, because there's going to be a crap ton of treasures. And mounting up, just clicking a button is going to be a ton faster than actually just hovering your mouse over to click on it. So after mentioning what I just previously did, this next one is going to make sense, and this is the very last thing that you need to have before you can do this, and that is flying. So what you need to have is your Draenor Pathfinder achievement, because flying around in Draenor, flying around and leveling is just going to be extremely helpful in this case. So you're probably asking, hey Freddy, what's the method on which we're going to be using to get from 90 to 100 really fast? And that method is actually just getting treasures. Although in some areas and some leveling zones I will be doing some of the questing, like in Gorgrond and Aspires of Iraq, I will be doing some of the quests just because they are literally right along the path of which I'm going to be getting the treasures. and they're at the beginning of the actual zone, so it kind of makes sense to, it's pretty much free experience while I'm going and picking up the treasures. So mainly what this video is going to be about is picking up treasures while you're questing, or questing, we're not questing, we're picking up treasures while you are leveling through Draenor. Okay, so with that being said, if you would like any help with where to find treasures or what, like what route to follow, I'm just going to go ahead and not skip to any of the new zones. I'm just going to have it fast forwarded for you if you want to like pause or, you know what I mean. So I'm just going to leave that as an option for you. So this video is going to be a little bit long, but I will have a beginning intro to each of the zone that I get into on where I start and what process I actually use in each of the zones. So if you want to go ahead and skip to that, that is completely up to you. And if you want to watch, feel free to do so. Okay, so now I'm in Gorgrond, and the first thing that you need to make sure that you do is before you get to Gorgrond, when you are level 93, under your suggested content tab, it's going to pop up with an exclamation point. As soon as you are 93, you cannot wait till you are 94, because this will kind of screw you over, but once you hit 93, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make myself clear, because you can mess up things. But once you get there, you have to select the quest to get into Gorgrond, because as you saw just a few seconds ago, I clicked on Durell, and she gave me 90,000 experience once I popped my elixir. And for a few quests, I'm actually going to follow a quest line, because it gives me 90 experience back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and it's pretty much free experience, and it actually allows me time to finish those quests, as well as pick up all the treasures in Gorgrond itself. Okay, so you saw me pick up Bluke. Hey Luke, it's Bluke. Uh, oh, I'm an idiot. I picked up Bluke. Keep wanting to call him Luke or Bluke. So I headed over to Talador, and I don't actually spend all of 15 minutes in Talador. As you can see, I'll have about 7 minutes or so left on my elixir, and I will be heading over to Spires of Iraq. And the reason why I don't spend all of 15 minutes in Talador is because of the time spent picking up all the treasures in Talador itself. Just when it comes to the time spent doing that, it just isn't worth it. I do this bonus objective here, and you'll see as soon as I get over to Spires of Iraq, I will start doing some of the actual quest line there. And I'm just going to go ahead and wait until I get to that point. Okay, so I start the quest line here, and I finish up to killing the bird guy, although I'm going to have to wait for him to spawn, unfortunately, so it kind of kills my timing. But as soon as you kill the guy with the bird, it'll do a stun if you don't turn around. You turn it into the other bird guy. There are lots of birds here. You have to pick up archaeology if you do not have it on the toon that you are leveling already, because most of the treasures in Spires of Arok, you'll have to have. It's a requirement to actually have archaeology. Okay, as you can see on my map here, I'm starting up on the top left side of the map. I pop my elixir and off we go. And, well, do I want to share the story? I guess I'll share the story. A really huge reason why I looked into leveling much faster was because I absolutely despised leveling in Spires of Arok, and you're gonna see me running into trees all over the place, and that's the main reason why I hate leveling through Spires of Arok. The first or second time wasn't that bad, but after that I just hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I'm gonna mention right now, actually, after you set up your mount to, something bound, you can click on it rather than using your mouse to click on it. Set up a very small mount because you can get into things and you can see things a lot easier. So, yeah. Well, now I'm in the Grand and I'm level 99. I did not get to level 100 in Spires of Rock. And, well, if I had 310% flying, I would have been able to pick up a little bit more treasures along the way. And I decided not to use an Elixir of the Rapid Mind in the Grand, and I decided to take it a little bit slower just because picking up some of the garrison resources and picking up the follower Goldman the Skinner guy. That guy is a douche. Just kidding. I actually kind of like him. Not that it really matters. But I kind of decided to take it a little bit slower. You can decide to use an elixir if you would like, although I suggest against it because if you were to use an elixir, you're going to have 10 minutes left on it, and that's about 2 to 4k gold expense out of your pocket. So, yeah, there you go. Please feel free to ask me any questions that you would like. I'm more than willing to answer them for you. This was quite a long process, and there's kind of a lot of treasures to actually pick up. So if you want to know a little bit more on specifically what quests to do or not to do, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. Okay friends, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. And you all have a great day, folks.